I hate tour groups. Welcome to Grumble Goat. I'm Veronique Hurley. This is a show about all the small things that drive Matt insane. This week, it's my grumble. Let's grumble. It's not the tour that I hate, because I really like getting information in a new city that I would have never learned before. And what usually happens is it goes in one ear and out the other, but I'm like really invested when I'm in the tour. It's the tour group that I have a problem with. The group that you're with. Be respectful, people. The first tour that I went on in Sicily, in the city of Messina. Okay, I have a confession. I did fall asleep on the bus as we were getting to the locations because her voice was so melodious. Hold on. Melodious. I did it. I said it right. It was so melodious. And her accent was so beautiful. She kept saying, in the city of Messina. And let me tell you, the city of Messina put me to sleep. I couldn't help it. I really tried to keep my head up, but it kept falling down. Anyway, she was a wonderful tour guide and she should be respected. And this is my point. We get to our destination. She's talking about this bridge and she's talking about this clock. And look over here at this clock. There is a family taking a photo. In front of the view of the clock that's in the distance. Oh, the first photo didn't work out. We need another photo. And they're talking about taking the photo and the different people in the photo. And everyone is looking at this family taking this photo instead of looking at the beautiful clock in the distance where our beautiful tour guide is trying to tell us about this clock. And I'm looking at this family take a photo. What? There's plenty of time to take photos. Let the woman speak. Respect the tour guide, okay? We're in a foreign land and we're learning all these different things that are really interesting in the moment. So listen to all the information. Don't be rude. When you're on a tour, it should be like you're walking into someone's home and you're being respectful in their home. You wouldn't speak over them in their home, would you? Would you? Because so many people do, because they're on a tour and they don't care. Anyway, that happened and I literally started writing the grumbles down. I didn't think that I was going to have to write any grumbles on our trip, but tour groups. I hate tour groups, and that's the grumble. And don't even get me started with what happened in Santorini.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
What?
Grumble, 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 grumble. What's got your goat?
For the latter half of the show, we'll bring in my lesser half, Matt, for a pretentious look and a segment we call
What's got your goat?
Welcome to Take 2 of Veronique's Takeover.
Oh, is that why the grumble was extra long today?
Yeah! It's a really good grumble.
Okay, it better be.
I think so. I really solidified it within the grumble this time. I was like, oh, that is exactly what this grumble is about.
Oh, you figured out what to say halfway through the recording.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I was like, ooh, someone's being specific.
Someone's a professional.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's me.
Well, congratulations on finally doing a successful grumble.
Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, I have a few questions for you. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for welcoming me into my own studio.
Yes.
I get to sit in your chair.
Yeah.
And you get to sit in my chair.
How does it feel to be in that chair?
It's a comfortable chair.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
The host chair seems a little forward, like it pushes your energy forward. And this chair is sort of relaxing.
Yeah, it's a little bit more relaxing.
Now I understand why you relax into these episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great.
It was my great-grandfather's chair.
This was your great-grandfather's chair?
Yeah.
All right, and that's why you got paint all over it?
That's why I wrote my name in pen when I was 5, but the cushion is reversed. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful crushed velvet.
Yeah.
I think the crushing was done by
People.
just weight, but is living. I think it was meant to be velvet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's not a lot of fuzz left on this velvet.
No.
But it's a comfortable chair.
It's so comfortable.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's great.
Do you find yourself comfortable these days?
I mean, we live a comfortable life.
Yeah.
We live okay. I mean, both of us work full time.
Well.
And we produce a podcast. So we have 2 full-time jobs.
Yes.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot.
But you know what? I mean, that's what we live for. We create joy for people.
We most certainly
We're
do.
entertainers.
And we love doing it. So if you would like to join our Patreon, it is available.
And buy my book. But yes, I live a comfortable life. I'm happy. I'm healthy. Everything's good.
great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Everything's great. I have my roommate's fun.
Oh my gosh.
Doesn't do all the chores that I would like. If we could split the chore.
Okay. Do you find yourself to be a respectful person?
Respectful?
Yeah.
I think I show respect where respect is due. I give people respect. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If for some reason me and another person clash or come in contact with each other, I say, excuse me.
So when
Excuse me.
you're around strangers.
I'm a Midwestern. I often say, oh, excuse me.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
When you're in a group of, you don't know who's going to show up, but you're there for a common goal.
Okay. Like when I'm in line at the bodega.
Sure. You want
Yeah.
a cup of coffee.
Sure. We're all in line together.
Yeah. And they start ordering, and they may not know what they want to order, even though they're at the bodega, and the bodega has the same amount of things every time.
Oh, yeah, that'll annoy me.
Yeah.
For sure. But I
Yeah.
give them the due. I don't shove them. I don't tap them on the shoulder and say, excuse me, I'm just here for a coffee. Do you mind placing your stuttering long order after I go? No.
Okay.
So I give them their due. Yeah, of course. Oh, you ramble on as long as you want. I'll just get the next subway train.
Right. Well, right. Exactly. Now, when you find yourself wanting to hear the information that the person is saying to you, do you stand pretty close to them so that you can hear them?
Why would somebody standing in line at the bodega be giving me information?
Well, when we were on our trip, we were surrounded by
Oh, this is about the trip?
people-
Oh, you'll never let that go.
No.
We take one magical journey that changes our lives, and you just keep talking about it.
Well, there's some things that really made me grumble about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hence the takeover.
Takeover!
All right. See, I have no control over what Veronique is complaining about today.
No.
What's going on? Why are they giving me information?
Well, we signed up for some things.
Yeah, we signed up for some tours.
Yeah.
Yeah, excursions.
Excursions, they
Yeah.
like to call them.
Hosted excursions. Yeah.
So, how did you find, some of these tours that we went on?
The ship provided an itinerary,
Yes.
and I showed up in the room and place that they specified.
Yeah.
That's how I found them. Yeah.
We had to wait sometimes, but we signed up for it.
We did.
We signed up for it, and we were excited to go on this tour.
This was our choice.
Yeah, it was our choice.
Yeah.
So when things are our choice,
Yeah.
don't you think that you'd be respectful to the people that are giving their time and their knowledge?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So
Are we talking about like the tour guide, or are we talking about everybody?
we're talking about the group.
Okay. Or are we talking about like, oh, I know the girl in the orange sundress. When I see the group, I know that that's our group because I know the girl in the orange sundress. I know the man in the green cargo shorts. So like that, I can recognize
Yes.
our group by the random people I see. Those people too?
Yes, everyone in the
Everybody.
group.
The whole group.
The group. I don't know about you, but I got a little annoyed by some of the people in the group.
Okay. So the tour group, so the people in the group,
The people in the group.
were they not showing you respect?
No, it's not about me.
Oh.
It's not about me. They did show me respect because they liked my outfits.
Right. They did. You got a lot of compliments
A
on the
lot of
outfits.
compliments on the outfits.
Yeah.
And they could find the group because of my outfits.
Right, you were the girl. Right, I see. For me, that wasn't finding the group because I was standing next to you the whole time. For them, though, they were like, "Oh, the gorgeous blonde in that stunning skirt with the bare midriff." That's how we know our group.
With those glasses.
Yep.
How do you traditionally go on a tour?
How do I traditionally go on a tour?
Like what's your ideal tour experience?
I like to bring a sense of humor onto the tour.
Well, that checks out.
I like to show up and give the tour the attitude it deserves. Like, for instance, I'm just going to give it for instance. When I was in New Orleans and I took a ghost tour.
Ooh, another ghost tour.
Yeah, I signed up for this ghost tour. I was very
Okay.
excited. It was the family. I brought the whole family along on this ghost tour. Me and my sister were very excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
And at dinner before this, we were making some gags, and we were like, "Oh, what if a ghost jumps out? What are we gonna do?" So we came up with a ghost call, like a warning to each other that we could all scream if a ghost jumped out and tried to kidnap one of us.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And it was like,
Oh.
so we were all excited. We got on this ghost tour. We were prepared for this ghost tour. We showed up to the ghost tour. We had the grenade or whatever. We had whatever New Orleans drink on Bourbon Street that we grabbed.
Essential.
A plastic
Yeah.
yard glass that was full of frozen, delicious sugar alcohol.
Yeah.
And so we go up and we see the guy and we're like, okay, what do we do if a ghost jumps out at us?
Yeah.
And he looked at us and he was like, what are you, simple? Ruin the whole tour. Ruin the whole tour. No, I'm just kidding. We had a great time on the tour.
Okay.
He broke the illusion.
He
was like,
broke the
He was like, no, I'm here to
illusion.
tell you scary stories. I'm not going to, there's no ghosts here.
Wah!
Sort of attitude. And I was like, oh,
He should have played along a little.
Yeah.
Maybe he was having a bad day.
play along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we went on a ghost tour.
Spooky.
I know.
Did we have a warning signal?
We didn't, but you did scare me a few times.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah. We were walking around with our little nips.
Our tour group needed some nips.
Needed
my
some
gosh.
jokes.
Well, now you know what I'm talking about. Now, thinking back to that, because I was cracking jokes.
You were cracking jokes.
I was cracking some sarcastic one-liners. It was wonderful.
It was really funny.
But our tour guide, his first language was not English.
No.
So he missed sarcasm, and he was answering me as though I was speaking for real, literal questions.
Which made it even funnier.
It was amazing.
It was great.
It just emphasized I was enjoying every minute of that tour.
Yeah, because we learned on this tour that they took out some of the cemeteries, right?
They were just cemeteries over the eons.
Yeah, because they're very intellectual and linear people, right? Like they're
Sure.
like they're dead.
These are my people you're talking about.
I know, and you are.
Are
also,
you calling me intellectual and linear?
Yes, very much so. It was actually quite interesting.
Yeah, my people. Yeah, I was like, as a matter of fact, there was at one point where he was telling the percentage of people that identified as atheists, and I applauded, I believe.
Yeah.
And the rest of the group was like, whoa. In America, you're not allowed to admit to being atheist.
Right.
You have to say you're agnostic. You have to pretend like there's a God. Yeah, there's God out there for sure.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
go to church or anything, but yeah, God.
Yeah, there's something.
I'm not practicing. They say, I'm not practicing. That's what they say.
What does that even mean? I'm
Not practicing. What does that mean, not practicing? Like, you're not an expert, you're an adult.
Yeah, you're
How
an
long
adult.
can you practice this?
Exactly,
You either
yeah.
mastered it or you didn't.
I'm not going to feel the guilt that the religion made me feel growing up, so I'm just not practicing.
I'm not practicing, but
Right. What is your
oh
plan?
no, who knows what's going on? Anyway, they're not
Anyway.
practicing. And so are my people in Prague.
Yeah. Anyway, you should be proud of it. But see, that I feel like is a respectful way of cracking a joke, having fun on the tour, opposed to later on when we were playing the How Are You Gonna Die torture wheel.
Right.
And then people in the group, they're taking stupid photos.
Yeah.
And they're being loud about it.
Yeah.
Now, how do you feel about that?
How do I feel about people being loud and taking photos?
Yeah. And then we're trying to play this silly, stupid game that I signed up for that I want to play. How did I die? I can't remember how I died.
I don't remember. I
Rats?
never
Was it
spin the
rats?
wheel. I never.
Anyway, I forgot how I died. But the other people were distracting me because they were taking stupid photos of like the dummy, like,
Oh my gosh. That was, in my opinion, that was the cheesiest part of the tour.
yeah, but it was still spooky, scary. And the skeletons that were like hung upside down and be like, well, this, and he had names for everybody.
Right. All the skeletons had names.
Yeah, they
which
all
was
had
great.
names.
I loved the ones playing cards.
Oh,
that
was great.
I liked when a lot of our tours, a lot of our guided tours had built-in breaks.
Free
but
time?
the tour was always free time. But like they were always running behind. There was always things. So they'd be like, okay, you have free time for the next 3.5 minutes.
I know.
They would give us free time, but it was like basically just enough time to take a selfie. And then it's like, okay, and then we'll meet on the bus. Everybody has free time for the next 78 seconds.
My favorite though, like, was our tour guide in Santorini. She's like, and now you're gonna have free time. And so she walks us to the main square, but doesn't actually like release us. She just kept walking.
Right. She said, and now it's going to be free time to look at all the shops. And then she like is walking toward the heart of the city. So we all just continued to follow her.
Walking her. And one lady was like, where are we meeting back? And she was like, the bus. She's like, well, where is that? She's like, you don't remember?
Yep, and like they were freaking out. They were like, wait, we don't know where to go if we're not being guided.
Right.
Well, I don't know, Scoob. Where's the bus?
Yeah, that's interesting that like some people want to be guided the entire time and we wanted more free time to like explore and walk around.
Well, there was in Sicily, there was one guy and his son that were like, can we leave the tour? Like, we know where the boat is. We'll get back on our own. And she didn't understand. She was like, no, we have free time and then you come back. You have free time for 90 seconds more. The free time. It was wild because we were in very different countries.
Right.
But every time when they said free time, it was only like several minutes long.
It was enough time to go to the bathroom and like find your way back to where you were going, you know? I mean, in Pompeii, someone didn't even want to like go with us through the Pompeii tour.
Well, in Pompeii, our tour guide left us.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Oh my gosh, we got lost. We did. We
got lost
a little
in Pompeii.
lost. We got lost. The city was so big.
I was worried that a volcano was going to erupt.
We were listening.
Yeah.
We were listening and
it
trying
was
to
during
find...
free time. We thought we had 10 minutes free time. Apparently we didn't.
Whoa, no, we had like 20 minutes
were
of free time.
We ended up with a half hour of free
Yeah.
time of wandering around calling out Group 42.
Right. Where's my number?
Anybody Group 42?
I couldn't. No one was wearing anything exciting. I couldn't find anyone.
Groups.
Groups.
Yeah.
What was your favorite tour group?
What was your favorite?
Florence.
Florence. Florence is wonderful. You know what my favorite part of our Florence tour guide was? That every time we went to somewhere popular, she'd be like, now hold your purses in front and make sure you got your eyes on your bags.
Yeah. Close all your zippers and pockets.
You know, I'm not saying robberies happen all the time, but definitely hold your purse in front of you.
Yeah. She gave the New York talk.
Right. Yeah.
In Florence.
We're New Yorkers. We know all this stuff, but
Yeah.
it was very funny.
I loved our tour guide in Florence. I thought she was fantastic. She made jokes. You know, she obviously had relationships with some shop and restaurant owners.
Yeah.
So like that's where people ate. Like, you know, we decided to have a little romantic getaway for our free time, which actually was free time.
That was an actual free time. Well, that free time was the end of the tour.
Yeah, but
We
that's
were done after
okay. But at least like we actually had
Our free time for that tour was the rest of our lives.
This has been a bonus episode of Grumble Goat.
Thanks for listening.
I'm Veronique Hurley.
I'm Matt Labodka. Please subscribe.
You hate when people say, please subscribe.
Grumble, 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 grumble.
You have free time for 90 seconds more.
We did it. We've conquered another one of life's little annoyances. But the truth is, what I really hate is commercials. And I'll wager you do too. And that's why Grumble Goat is proudly commercial-free. But to keep it that way, it takes the support of fellow grumblers like you. If you hate commercials, head on over to our Patreon page and see if becoming a Grumble Kid is right for you. And as always, don't forget to Grumble Goat responsibly and share with a friend.
grumble, 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 grumble. Pa, 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 pa.